Welcome back. You're watching Morning Live. Thank you so much for staying with us. As promised in the previous hour, this hour's sport is going to be dedicated to the man they call Mokoko. Kaizer Chiefs likened him to Sergio Ramos, and Clive Barker said he was like Frans Beckenbauer. One thing both of these legends of the game agree is that Neil Tovey has always been a leader. Motaung and Barker wrote the foreword in a new biography, which is penned by Ernest Landheer, about the 1996 AFCON winning South African captain. Neil Tovey joins us this morning. A very good morning and welcome to Morning Live.
Yeah, good morning to you.
You're in Joburg because you're going to be having the launch this evening in Sandton.
Yeah, it's at Exclusive Books, 6 for 6:30. I don't know what to expect, in fact, but I'm excited, and I know it will go well because it's a simple read. You know, it's not a difficult read. It's just telling my life's journey. You know,
what was it like for you to recount all of these memories?
I needed Ernst to jolt my memory a couple of times.
Okay.
But yeah, it was great. You know, I never thought I'd do a book, to be honest. And then Ernst was pressurizing me, and I thought, yeah. And it took, you know, Ernst was very, very thorough in gathering the information. And once you're just sitting around, and a number of times we're sitting in a restaurant and just having a glass of wine, just talking, and that's what it is. When somebody reads this book, I'd like to think that when they're reading it, they're just sitting with me, just chatting to me, and that's what it's about, basically. Yeah.
So what changed your mind then, other than the persistence of Ernest?
I think it's not just a football book. That's what it'll be. It'll appeal to the fans, obviously, the football fans, but I think it'll also appeal to the youngster that wasn't around in 1996 when I won the African Cup of Nations, to a parent there, you know, with life's lessons. There's a lot of life's lessons in there, together with how we won the AFCON, you know, the planning and all that went around it. And so it's a comfortable read, as I said, and it's just taken me through all the days, specifically my early days when I was playing in apartheid time for Durban City and AmaZulu. Then going into our democracy with Kaizer Chiefs and obviously Bafana, and now as SAFA technical director, the coaching, the technical director at SAFA now, and yeah.
You certainly have done a lot when it comes to football, and if you have to pick one role, player, coach, or now in administration as SAFA's technical director, which one would you choose?
I'll always be a player. Okay. I think it's there you're in control. Yeah. You're in control of your own destiny to a certain degree. And no, I played professionally for 20 years, which I enjoyed every minute of it. There was ups and downs, like there's always going to be. Yeah. And it's and that's how you learn when you get knocked down, and you've got to pick yourself up and carry on. Yeah.
One of the things that I found really interesting was when you speak about your family and you speak about how your boy Sheldon and his brave spirit and what he went through when he was so severely burnt and spent so many months in hospital, how that inspired you when you were going through your health issues.
Yeah, Sheldon was a very, very brave boy. You know, time and time they said to us he wouldn't survive till the next day. And when I had my scares, that, you know, you have to build in strength and the knowledge that, you know, I'm going to be out of here tomorrow, although the doctor said you're not likely to be. But yeah, you gain, and you know, if he can do it as a father, you have to be able to pull through yourself. And, you know, and it was difficult, very, very difficult. But yeah, it's and you learn from it. You know, you learn from your, as I said, from where it takes you into a situation where you are going to be challenged, and how you're going to get out of it is only up to you, and obviously the doctors, but to a certain degree, and the family support around you was immense. I have to thank Michelle immensely for that, and you know, she was by my side, and the family, Mark and the kids came down, and so it was the great support from the fans, from South Africa at large, and you know, that rally and support, you have to pull through.
So I mean, there was 2 heart attacks, 2015, 2016, when you were dead for 2.5 minutes. You're standing here, you're looking very, very healthy. You're still in your role as a SAFA technical director. I mean, there's just so much to talk about. We won't be able, unfortunately, to get through all of this, but I can't not ask you about this moment of 1996 and what that meant to you, because this is the famous image that is so iconic.
Yeah, it is iconic, as you say, and special times. You know, a new democracy 2 years before in '94, and giving us the opportunity to play international football. When I was, as I said, when I started off in apartheid years in the early '80s, I never dreamt of playing for my country. And then all of a sudden, the doors were open for us, and my first international cap was at 30 years of age. So, and then going in through the '96, it was a memorable, you know, the Springboks had put pressure on us to succeed in '95. But yeah, it just brought the country together, and what a wonderful moment to receive that trophy from the iconic Mandela. You know, a special person, supported us throughout the tournament. Often a phone call away, just called and, you know, wish the boys well, and Neil just keep a momentum going, and there's no pressure on you, and a very special man.
All right. You mentioned the pressure being on you. There's actually a beautiful picture in the book of Neil Tovey with Frans Beckenbauer and Hansie Cronje, so the national captains of 3 major sports at the time. The book is filled with so much, and there's certainly, like I said, not enough time for us to be able to get through all of it. Neil, all the best of luck with the book. It's being launched in Johannesburg this evening. Thank you for coming through. So every day we do a trivia question. This morning it was dedicated to you. We asked our viewers, how many caps did Neil Tovey get as Bafana Bafana captain? Specifically as Bafana captain, he says he made his national debut at 30 years old. So also time wasn't on his side, but that was the question that we asked you this morning at Morning Live SABC, is where we asked you to get involved. And here's what you had to say. There we go. Basumzi, is that right, Neil? 52? As captain.
Caps, but not as captain.
Okay, what else do we have? Matsubane, 50 caps. No, that's not right. Not as captain. And Patrick says...
Yeah, that's correct. 29 caps as captain.
29 caps as captain and 29 memorable, unforgettable games.
Yeah, unforgettable. Being the first captain to lead us back into admission was wonderful.
Lovely stuff. Thank you very much to Neil Tovey. There are things in this book that will give you a little bit of a history lesson also on South African football and what football was like in KZN and where Moses Mabhida is now, and all the football grounds that are no longer there. Clive Barker saying that he regrets Neil not going to the 1998 World Cup. Neil losing his mother 3 weeks after lifting that trophy. That and so much more. Time now for Morning Live to take a break. We're back after this.